All right. So if we give ourselves the standard couple of seconds, then we should be out there streaming and doing our things. All right. Well, cool. Here we are. Oh man. No Pants has been super active today. We've had spaghetti soaps and all kinds of things happening on this channel. And that's been super exciting to start the new year off with for 2021. We're gonna have our very first like show in the main like schedule right here with a free skate. It's an idea inspired by our very own John Windmuller. And it is, yeah, hi John. If you're watching this, you're the best. And we're just gonna play some fun, short form improv games that you know and love. We've got a whole cast of No Pants crew and a very special guest with us, Carlos. And
hello.
Yeah, he's the best too. And why don't we just introduce ourselves real quick and then we can just get started in on the fun stuff. I'm Neil. Anybody wants to go next to KM?
I'm Nick.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Kristen.
And I'm Carlos again. Hello.
Hey, Carlos is so good, he deserves 2 introductions. So we're going to go ahead and start with just some fun improv stuff that we all know and like. Friends, let's try starting off. Would you guys like to do a little word at a time to begin with? And I'll take, how about Kristen and Nick? Why don't you guys do this together? You play together a bit, and we'll just see your 2 cameras on. These players are just going to be telling a story a word at a time. And do you need something to start, or are you good to just go ahead and jump right in?
Either way is good. We could. Nick, I defer to you.
I love a suggestion.
All right, cool. Well, I'll give you a quick suggestion here. How about the villain's lair?
Ooh, the villain's lair.
Okay.
Once
Upon
a
time
there
was
an
evil
cat
who
loved
to
scratch
others.
furniture.
When
The
cat
named
Tiberius
scratched
furniture
he
felt
good.
Tiberius
Lived
in
a
particularly
destructive
environment.
in
A
Russian
underground
bunker.
one
They
Tiberius
saw
a
dog
trying
to
enter
his
bunker
Tiberius
was
angry.
Tiberius
Was
mad as all hell.
Keep in it.
Tiberius
Decided
to
teach
the
dog
a
lesson.
so
He
unsheathed
is
claws
and
pounced,
rawr.
but
The
dog
was
happy
to
he
So
The
dog
licked
Tiberius.
and
Tiberius
suddenly
felt
friendship,
Tiberius
realized
he
wasn't
only
evil,
he
was
also
a
good
friend.
Ah, we'll call that there. What a lovely story about how cats can redeem themselves. I have an evil villain cat myself, and I think she's past redemption, but just the same. Good to hear about. Oh,
All cats are evil and past redemption. Oh,
No.
sometimes I think that's true, and I have a few of them. Oh man. I just jumped into things, but Carlos, is there a game that you're super excited about or that you would love to play as our guest?
ooh, I forgot what we talked about. We could do alphabet. I don't know. Did I mention that before, or which one did I mention before? We
Alphabet
can by the numbers.
By the numbers, which
Or
is
alphabet.
like another restriction game. But if alphabet floats
Yeah.
your boat, we can do that too.
We could do alphabet. We could do alphabet.
Awesome. Who would you like to play with you?
You know what? I'll pick Nicole.
Awesome.
Aw, shucks.
Play an alphabet scene. Do you need a suggestion to start, or are you good to go?
I'll take the suggestion of a letter that's not A or Z, and the suggestion of let's get something that's just happened.
Okay. I'll give you two things then. How about the letter R? And a suggestion of something that's just happened. How about an excuse for why you're late?
Oh, okay, great. Thank you very much. Right. So listen, Diane, I swear, I have a good excuse this time. It's for real this time.
Samuel, I am just not sure a good excuse exists at this point.
Think you're gonna believe me when I tell you what happened.
Underneath it all, I just don't think I can trust you anymore, Samuel.
What are you saying, Diana? He's saying I'm fired after 15 days of dedicated service. You're gonna let me go of this Jimmy John's?
Xylophone had to go. I don't see why you shouldn't have to go too.
You don't have to bring up xylophone, okay? Stop putting that on me, okay? He fell off his bike. I didn't kick him off his bike. He fell off it.
Xylo was my best friend. He was my best friend.
And there it is. If you kiss Diane's ass, then you get to stay in the company. But if you don't, if I don't buddy with you, if I just do my job and come in late every other day, then I'm let go. And there it is.
Buddy, buddy. Buddy, buddy.
Can't you see? I'm just trying to be professional. I want to maintain a professional relationship. Can't you see that?
Don't you dare, Samuel.
Except I do dare. Because maybe deep down there's a deeper connection here that I haven't seen until just now.
Fine. What is that connection, Samuel?
Gallantry. The
How can you
connection
say
is
that?
gallantry.
How
I have
can you
always
say that?
I just can. Okay? I just can. I have been gallant towards you my entire time here, okay? Because I thought maybe one day after Jimmy John's, I thought something could happen.
Just can't. I'm Samuel. I just can. Whatever I want, then.
Kill me for having feelings.
Love you for having feelings. That's what I want to do.
My God, you feel the same way that I feel?
No, I do. Yeah.
Okay, then. So then maybe you won't fire me for being late again.
Probably not.
Quickly, this is becoming one of the best days of my life, thanks to you.
Ah, that was a touching scene about how love can happen anywhere. And
I saved my job. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. You still have a job. Oh man, super cool. Well, I would really love to do a status transaction scene, like where one player starts off high status and another one starts off low, and they trade. Would anybody be willing to give that a shot with me? Yeah, cool. Well, Kristen, I see you nodding your head. So let's do one and see what happens. We can imagine, if you wish, that we're at maybe a job interview, and you look particularly high status with your hay background behind you, and the look that you just shot me over the camera. So we can totally imagine that I'm here for my job at your art gallery, and we'll just go ahead and see how our statuses might shift during this job interview.
Mr. Winsterhammer, I see from your resume you don't have any background in art.
No, you're right. My degree is actually in uh, engineering, and I just I'm a lover of art. Yeah.
Well, lots of people are lovers of art, but what it takes here is to be a connoisseur. But I do admire your boldness in applying for a job knowing you didn't have the background.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. I really appreciate it. I have admired the Ilgen Fritz Gallery for so long. I mean, your collection is just, it's outstanding. It's
I
outstanding.
can see that you have a good eye, and you're a confident man, and I like that. Tell me, are you by any chance a Winsterhammer of Amory, New York?
Well, as a matter of fact, my great grandmother is absolutely a Winsterhammer of New York.
My gosh.
I'm shocked that you would know.
Well, then this interview, I'm sorry. If I had known, this interview wouldn't even, it would be a formality. I mean, of course, as you know, the Winsterhammers have long supported the gallery.
It's true. No, great grandmama I know is one of your diamond tier donors. I was really hoping to just get some work being an art restorer on my own merits, but
Oh, well, your merits are plenty, and of course, I was leaning towards hiring you anyway, because you've got a keen eye, and so bold, like I said. But tell me, you want to do art restoration?
that's right. I know about the Ilgen Fritz's wonderful collection of original Monets, and that some of them need cleaning from time to time so that they can hang in the proper places. And
Oh, okay, now 1 minute, just 1 minute. I'm sorry, but They don't have Monets, they have Degas. I mean, surely you know the difference.
Oh, of course I do. I mean, you're about to get a collection of Monets. I'm sure you read about great grandmama's gift to the gallery.
Oh,
It's in
she
your
is so
report.
generous.
She is, isn't she? Yes. No, I'm sure you've read about it in the report on the collection because that's what a gallery manager would do.
Well, yeah, yes, and of course, I'm a good gallery manager, so of course I read about it. Of course I did. And would you think that maybe you could put a good word in with your grandmother for our gallery, maybe?
Of course, yeah. I'm sure that I'll see her at our Sunday family church gathering, and we could talk about it. But right now, what I'd really like to do is just move my tools in and just get started. I'm sure that we can fill out all the paperwork later.
Where were you proposing to move your tools to, per se?
Well, there's only one office in the gallery, so I thought that I would just start here.
You want to take my office? You think that you could, just because you. I have been here and the director of this gallery for 20 years. This gallery is me. It is synonymous. Monet, Simone. Okay, that's how it is. I'm too important to allow some kid to come in here and steal my office.
Well, don't think of it as stealing, more as just rearranging. Just like any art gallery, sometimes you just need to shuffle things around a little bit to keep people's interest.
Wait a minute. Are you even really a Winster Hammer, or is this just some sort of ruse to get yourself an easy job?
No, I assure you, I have the birthmark.
Gosh, I'm so sorry. You're so right. I'm so sorry. That the Winster Hammer birthmark, that only the purest of Winster Hammers have that. That's. Please just don't tell your grandmother I spoke back to you.
Of course not. See.
Okay.
Cool. Come on back, everybody. Yay! So
The old Windsor Hammer con job.
yeah, exactly. Oh man, good stuff. So I was just going to say, friends, we've played a lot of like two-person scenes just now. How would you feel about doing a little conducted story using the spotlight feature on Zoom? Yeah. I'm the host, so I pretty much have to conduct because I'm the only person who can spotlight you all. But if you all are interested in doing a little conducted story, basically the way it'll work is just I will spotlight you when it's your turn to talk, and when it's not your turn to talk, I will spotlight somebody else. And the idea is that you will just simply pick up right where the other person left off, without any lapses or anything like that, and you will carry on from there. We don't have to play the competitive version of this, but other people were talking about it would be really fun to add an extra layer of like genres or different storytelling styles that might be really fun. And since we're playing for fun today, what's a storytelling style that appeals to each one of you? Yeah, Kristen?
Wow.
I like Western.
Great, then you'll do Westerns. Hey, Nick, what's something that you like?
Ooh, horror.
Horror? Okay, cool. You'll stay in the horror genre. How about you, Nicole? What's a storytelling style that you enjoy? It doesn't have to be a genre. It can be anything.
It's film noir, see?
Okay.
Oh, damn it.
I'm down. And Carlos, how are you feeling?
I was
Again,
feeling
don't be
film noir, but I'll do fantasy.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and try and figure out a thing that we could tell a story about. Let's see here. How about an adventure?
Mhm.
Yeah. The start of an adventure.
Mhm.
So we'll go ahead. I'm going to bow out, and I will spotlight one of you, and we'll tell the story of a great adventure tale. Ready? Here.
The first day that Javier realized something was wrong would also be the last day of his life. He woke up on that morning and thought it was a morning like any other. The cold November light streamed in through his windows, and he realized with a pang of sadness that his alarm clock was about to go off. There was a scratching at the door, but he didn't pay it any mind. This would later prove to be a mistake. Javier reached over, turned off the alarm clock, and got wearily out of bed. The scratching grew louder and louder. Javier stumbled.
More and more velocity, see? What Javier didn't realize is that what was behind that door, well, it was important. It was to herald the very last day of Javier's life. That's right.
Because that afternoon, Javier was due down at the OK Corral for a shootout, and my, oh my, was he bad with a gun. So he was mighty afraid. He thought he might go consult his friend Doc Watson, see if Doc Watson couldn't give him some last-minute shooting tips before he went up against old Shooter McGavin. Yeah, but then when he walked into Doc Watson's workshop, Doc Watson said to him, "Hey, man, I don't shoot. I'm a man of science." And then he thought, shucks, I've got to find somebody to teach me how to shoot, or else I'm in real trouble.
So then he went to his friend, Hilbo Haggins, down in the mire. The mire is a swamp, you see, where many galops and galoots wander about. Javier went through the muck and found Hilbo. He knocked on his friend's door and said, "Hilbo, help me, please. I am in need of learning how to shoot." Hilbo opened the door and presented Javier with the weapon that
could destroy anyone. Javier took the weapon in his hands, and he felt a strange urge, the urge to shoot his friend Hilbo. Javier knew that he loved his friend, but even so, the urge to kill was stronger. And so he turned the weapon on his friend and pulled the trigger.
Well, he pulled the trigger, but thank goodness it did not fire, because Hilbo knew that it might be an issue, that he might want to shoot it, so he filled it wisely with blanks. But then they together went out to the field, and Hilbo said, "If you ever try and shoot me again, no kidding, rough justice."
But you see, what Hilbo didn't know, you see, was that, well, Javier, he had a death wish too. It had been a dark, cold winter. And Javier, see, he was looking for someone to love. But it wasn't going well, no. It wasn't for the famed Miss Rebecca Babison. Well, Javier didn't know if he could go home.
Javier had a coldness in his heart, a coldness put in there by the great demon of the mountains. That is why Javier was dying. The love in his heart was leaking away. Hilbo could see this. He also saw that maybe the love of a good woman could restore the love in his heart and maybe save him. So Hilbo sent him through the mire onto the Dorkenshire, the dangerous path between here and where Javier might find the love he needs. Also, Hilbo didn't want a gun pointed at him again. If that happened, he was going to knock Javier on his ass. So he sent
Forth onto the path. The path ran through a forest where the trees curved overhead, their branches cold and dark, bereft of leaves, like twisted hands reaching down for him. There was a howl in the moonlight. Javier thought, "This is it. This is how I die." And suddenly a werewolf bounded out onto the path in front of him. It threw back its head and roared, and then it charged at him. yawn, gaping wide, covered in the blood of a fresh kill. And the werewolf left.
Not before the werewolf dropped that body at Javier's feet, you see. It was Doc Watson. And Javier could tell that Doc Watson had been having an affair with Miss Rebecca Babbitson. And he was overcome at that moment. He swore to himself never again.
So, having had that werewolf kill Doc Watson, he felt like, well, maybe he has to go back to town and try and get some revenge, not against the werewolf, but against Rebecca Abinson, because she broke his heart. Javier thought, you've been two-timing me, and that's why I got no love, and it's slowly killing me. Also, I got this shootout coming up, so I just got to go back and focus. So he made his way back across Dorsetshire, all the way back across.
Back to town, and he knocked on Rebecca's door. Rebecca opened the door slowly and gave him a smile that was perhaps too wide, her teeth perhaps too white. And she did not smile wide enough, however, for him to see that two of her teeth were sharpened into fangs. She invited him in, bade him sit down for tea, and as Javier drank the tea, he felt a coldness
of her teeth sink into his neck. For Rebecca Babbitt never learned how to neck properly. She was very teethy in the process. But then the tree that is in the back of her yard stuck his head in, as he's wont to do, and said, Rebecca, just light sucking, not teeth, not with necking.
And Rebecca, she removed her fangs from Javier's neck and she said, that's fine, tree. I've taken all I need from him. Javier felt
Bone set upon. Javier felt dark. On that cold, damp, rainy November night, he was dark.
And he realized, well, shoot, I gotta go get myself fixed up and in spirits before this here shootout. So he went on down to the saloon, because that was the quickest solution. He said, barkeep, toss me 3 nickels worth of whiskey, please. And the bartender's like, are you kidding? That's not...
kidding? The whiskey in this town, there's something wrong with it. You don't understand. When people drink this whiskey, they go mad. The barkeep gestured over to a group of patrons who were all snarling and growling. Then one of the patrons shambled up, his arms held out in front of him, and said, whiskey brains.
Whiskey brains. I have whiskey brains because I drank too much. Can you drive me home?
The patron orc said to Javier, and Javier said, I got a lot on my plate, bro. I'll order you a lift, the best I can do. And Javier sat and thought about life at this moment. This orc creature could have died if he tried to drive home. And Javier thought, I can die if I go to the shootout, so maybe I just don't do that and go to a park and sit under a tree or something. So he walked to the local park, felt his bare, hairy feet on the leaves and blades of grass, and just looked up at the sky and took it all in, the gloriness of the Maya and all the surrounding parts of lower upper earth. And Javier smiled, and his heart slowed down, and he smiled more, and his heart slowed more, and he died. But his love was with him when he died.
Oh, Colin Dean right there. That was a lovely adventure with our mighty hero Javier and his dealing with the evil Rebecca. So exciting, friends, and fun to get to see you play with genres that you enjoy. We've already asked Carlos what he really enjoys playing. We've done one thing I really like. Nicole, Kristen, what's something that you've always wanted to do that you haven't had the chance to do yet today?
I defer to Nick and Nicole.
No, Kristen, you have the best ideas. Your warm-up was amazing. You tell us.
Ah,
We could, yeah. Oh, yeah. Switch back to gallery.
yeah. I've got the stream back to gallery mode, so we are good with that.
Well, we could play the Hitchhiker. That's a fun game.
Yeah.
Great. Then let's do that. It usually works best with 4, so I'll bow out and have.
No, Neil, we just bowed out, so you have to do it.
I will bow out because I chickened out of giving an answer.
All right. All right, so that'll be the 4 of us then. Who'd like to be the driver this round? I saw Carlos lift up his hands.
I could do it. Give me
Great.
the driver.
Cool. So you'll start off as our driver, then Carlos.
Oh boy. I mean, I know it's still somewhat unsafe, but I'm going to Disney World. I just gotta see Mickey and all his friends. It just brings me so much joy to go to the happiest place on earth. It makes me happy, and I in turn bring my happiness to others. Oh my goodness. Oh geez, Louise, look at all these lovely trees on the path there, palm trees, because I'm going to the Florida Disney parks. Oh man. Oh hey, I think I see someone that. Hey, stranger, I think I see someone that needs a ride. I'm gonna pull over, and maybe they want to go to the happiest place on earth too. Let's see. Mask on. Hello? Come on in. Where are you heading?
Well, hello, my fine sir. I am headed to Florida. That's right. I'm
You're
going
heading to Florida?
You're going to Florida? I'm going to Florida.
Well, that's
Well, I
wonderful. Let's go to Florida together.
We could go to Florida. We could carpool.
Well, I got a car. You got a pool. Let's do it.
Well, I dare say let's do it, my good man. Well, this is a very nice vehicle. Almost as good as
Sure
the
is.
Ford
Thanks a
Model
lot
T.
for the. That's right. I got to crank it first before we can go.
Oh, that's the good line.
There we go.
All right.
The dual crank system.
That's a very impressive design. You know, my first car only had 1 crank, but 2 cranks must be twice as good.
It goes twice as fast with 2 cranks. My first car was a Model S.
Oh, that's not quite as good as a Model T. That's before it in the alphabet. Or is it after? I can't remember.
Who's to say? Who's to know?
Now, you do seem to be running over quite a few squirrels along this road. Do you have something against them?
I have a pathological problem. It's either squirrels or people, and I'd rather it be squirrels, sir.
Oh, I certainly understand that. You know, I've killed a squirrel or 2 in my time as well.
You don't say.
Well, you kill squirrels, I kill squirrels. I think we're about to be best friends.
Well, speaking of best friends, I think I see someone else on the side of the road. Hey, friend.
Hey,
Come on in.
I'm coming.
Hey.
Great. Thanks for picking me up.
You're welcome.
Good. I'm headed to Florida.
Us.
What?
No kidding. That's great. It's the most wonderful place on earth.
I was just telling him that. It's the most wonderful place on earth.
Everything moves a little bit slower there.
Let's go. But first, seat belts for safety. And here we go.
Turn the 3rd crank, stranger.
Okay. say, I think I see some. Whoa.
Let me open the door. Hey, you need a ride?
Yeah, yeah. I'm running late and yeah, I'm trying to get to Florida. Are you guys going to Florida?
Yeah,
God, we are.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
we're going.
great.
Get it.
Okay, are you going fast? Because I'm like in a real hurry and I like really want to
Okay,
get
no, we'll go fast. Get it.
Yeah.
Get it.
Like,
Get it. We'll go. We'll go. Close your door. Seatbelts. Seatbelts, everybody. Seatbelts. Seatbelts.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is good. Now we're cruising. Now we're cruising. That's right. All right.
All right, like, stranger, like you're really cool, but could you like turn the fourth crank in the car? It's on your side, and we'll go like even faster. It's super cool.
We
Oh my
need a
god.
crank.
Okay.
Crank it.
Do you guys like ever have like a feeling like you're in the wrong place? I feel like I shouldn't be. This isn't the right car for me. I think I'm in the wrong.
No.
That's
I'm
okay.
gonna pull over then. I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna pull over.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
go.
pull over. Here we
Thank
go.
you. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
For the ride.
Right.
you. Bye. Wow.
She was so nice.
And quick. Wow.
Well, let's go.
You know, my favorite thing about Florida? The waves.
I see some waves over there.
Just a second. I better go catch them.
Bye.
Bye.
He's crazy. He didn't even let me pull over. He just jumped out of the car.
He's a madman, I say. Well, let's go on and drive without him.
Let's go. Going deep in the blood. It's like Okeechobee.
Oh, whoa. Now listen, I'm looking to get down to an alligator town. I have to see a man about a horse, and that horse is an alligator, and that alligator is two alligators, and that two alligators is my grandma.
Well, there's alligator town right there. You better get out. Better 20 degrees skidoo before you miss your whole day.
Well, I better stop cranking this car then. Thank you for the ride, kind stranger.
Yeah. Thank you, mister. Oh, boy. Making new friends. Oh, they're all gone now, but I have their joy inside of me. I've absorbed it, and I'm going to take that joy to the Magic Kingdom. Another squirrel. Yay.
Yay.
Oh man, that is a lot of joy to take to one Disney World. Well, I think we've covered a little hitchhiker, which is always good. I think there's at least time for one or two more favorites before we call it quits. Has anybody not gotten the chance to speak up and play something they love? No,
I'm always thinking of new choice. I don't know how well it works on Zoom because sometimes like the audio of the person saying new choice can get drowned out. But if the person saying new choice stays on screen and does like snaps their fingers or something or does some sort of gesture, I think that might work.
yeah.
I was thinking new choice, too. I second that.
Yeah, cool. Let's do some new choice. And Nick, since you proposed it, why don't you be in it and pick somebody you want to play with?
Carlos seemed to enjoy the idea. So Carlos, you want to play?
I
The rest of
will
us
play.
back you up. And does somebody want to call a new choice, or shall I do it? It's up to you all.
Up to you. You could do it now.
Okay, cool. I'll do it. I'll call a choice for you all. And as far as like a suggestion goes, I can throw one out there, or you all can, just start. It's up to you.
Let's get a suggestion.
Cool. So one of you is an alien that's pretending to be a human being, and you have a mission to accomplish.
So, can you take me to the nuclear facility, friend?
Well, gee, mister, I mean, I sure enjoyed hanging out with you today here at this beach, but, you know, when I told you about my job at the nuclear facility, I was always thinking, you know, it would just be casual conversation, not something you'd want to join in on.
Come on, buddy. You said you would take me to your job. I want to see where my new friend works. So
Ah, well,
please take me to where you keep your plutonium or your uranium 235, please. In
well,
ship fuel size, if you don't mind.
yeah, hop right in. Well, hop on my motorbike. You know, I always
Joyce,
motorbike all the way to the nuclear facility. It's all the way up in Arkansas.
new choice to you, Nick.
Okay.
It's right behind the Arby's on Fifth Street.
I love Arby's. Their food is human favorites, like humans love Arby's. Yes?
New choice, Carlos.
Arby's is garbage food even where I'm from, Minnesota.
New choice.
Arby's, gotta love them fries.
Yeah, you know, it's true. That is the new Arby's motto. Gotta love them fries. I guess they realized the rest of their menu was kind of mediocre, so they really doubled down on their core competency. All right, let's go now.
I cannot lie to you anymore, friend. I am not exactly from here.
Well, I know you told me you're from Kentucky, right? I know people are weird up in Kentucky.
I am from the Kentucky system. It is past Alpha Centauri, and I have come on a scouting mission to see if your planet is primed for takeover. But now that I have met you and have become your Arby's friend, I feel bad.
New choice, Carlos.
Oh, never mind. I'm from Kentucky.
All right.
Carlos.
Are there mangoes where we're going? I want to try mangoes before I destroy this place. I mean, before I go back home to Kentucky.
Now hold on, mister. You've been acting real suspicious all day. And I overlooked the questions about the Earth defense system and about the technological capacities of the human race. But when you say you want to destroy this place, you talking about this town? Nothing, no answer to that question would be a good thing?
New choice, Nick.
Now, when you say you're going to destroy this place, I want in.
You want to help me destroy this place? Where will you put your stuff?
Well, this place has been nothing but trouble for me ever since I grew up here on the streets. You know, people have been mean to me, and so I figure it's time to get revenge. Let's nuke the town.
New choice, Nick.
People were always mean to me, and I thought, you know, I could really turn this town around by becoming its mayor. And the only way to do that
New choice.
is the only way I can help this town is if I just leave the planet entirely, and then it will be better off because I'm not there because I'm terrible.
Agreed. We will be partners. And you will leave this town and do great things, my friend. Now, let us get the uranium, please, and thank you.
Great. We'll stop here. Silliness. Thanks, friends. Great. Well, I think we have time for one last thing. What is a final thing that you'd like to play tonight as we finish off our free skate time?
Nicole.
Yeah, that's why I'm turning to you, Nicole.
Sex with me, or I like my lovers like I like my whatever.
Great. Let's do that, and we'll just flip on the camera if you've got an idea for the one-liner thing, and you know, we'll just we'll go from here. So I won't spotlight you. Just come on and start off the little pattern, and it'll be clear as we go.
Okay. Can I please get a suggestion of an event?
Getting
County Fair.
I didn't hear anything, but Nick put rhinoplasty in the chat, and I'm down for that. So, I like my lovers like I like my rhinoplasty. Looking good.
I like my lovers like I like my rhinoplasty. New one after every couple years, you know.
I like my lovers, Nick, like I like my rhinoplasty with plenty of silicone. Oh man, you're muted, buddy.
Well, I like my lovers like I like my rhinoplasty, where it takes several weeks to recover.
I like my lovers like I like my rhinoplasty. There's going to be a lot of heavy breathing.
I like my lovers like I like my rhinoplasty. Symmetrical. I'm going to give a new suggestion because it feels like time for a fresh one. And it's going to be improv show.
I like my lovers like I like my improv show. Just absolutely no guarantee as to quality.
I like my lovers like I like my improv shows. I want to make sure that people got my back.
Sex with me is like an improv show. Best case scenario, you end up laughing.
I like my lovers like I like my improv shows. I mostly experience them in bars.
I like my lovers like I like my improv shows. Utterly ridiculous.
Sex with me is like an improv show. It's something I have to drag people to.
Sex with me is like an improv show. The timing of it is really awkward, and so no one comes.
Sex with me is like an improv show, like one of my improv shows. Probably going to fall asleep halfway through.
I like my lovers like I like my improv shows. Long form. That make me laugh. Okay, now can I please have a suggestion of just a not very great gift you got recently? We just had the holiday season. Maybe you got something not great.
How about some icy hot, some like muscle ointment?
Icy hot. Okay, icy hot is your suggestion.
Sex with me is like icy hot. I'm going to make you feel all over the place.
Sex with me is like icy hot. Yeah, I feel pretty numb.
Well, sex with me is like icy hot. It's only good for a second.
Sex with me is like icy hot. The heat is to dull the pain.
Sex with me is like icy hot. Smells a little weird.
Sex with me is like icy hot. Like, oh my god, that's a lot of goo.
Sex with me is like icy hot. I've never used icy hot.
Sex with me is like icy hot. We're old now.
Sex with me is like icy hot. My grandma has a lot of it.
Ew.
Well, man, that felt like a really good place to hold that.
Yeah, gross.
and I just wanted to just basically say like, hey, cool. I'm looking forward to a new No Pants year with our easy, cool, inspired start to it. And from here, friends, we've been No Pants Improv, just starting off the year slowly. We've got a whole slate of shows coming up for January 2020 if you're 21 if you're watching this a little late. And once again, I'm Neil.
Oh, Neil, can I plug Wednesday's show?
Yeah, you should, because you're directing it.
I'm directing Wednesday's show. Carlos, you are invited. It is called 2020 Reimagined, and it's going to be an Armando style show. We just kind of like describe something that went not so great this year. Like I myself during quarantine went through 2 breakups, and then we just reimagine that into something, you know, just better, just not as
Better.
2020-ish. So that's happening on Wednesday. Bring your suggestions, bring your stories.
Sounds
Right.
wonderful. I think everyone would like to make 2020 a better place.
Ooh.
And 2021.
It's off to a start. 2021 is off to a start.
It's off to a start indeed. Friends, thank you so much for joining us with our little evening of fun. Take care, and we will see you